Simpler. Most people want success, but very few are willing to improve themselves daily. You don't change your life in 1 year. You change your life in 1 day and then you repeat it. If you feel stuck, if you feel behind, if you know you are meant for more, then listen carefully, because the difference between average and extraordinary is what you choose to work on every single day. Growth is not an event. It is not something you visit once a month when you feel inspired. Simpler. It is not a weekend decision. It is a daily commitment. The difference between a person who transforms and a person who only talks about change is simple consistency. You cannot pray for a better life and refuse to become a better person. Faith without action is incomplete. Every day you wake up is a gift from Allah, a new opportunity to refine your character, purify your intentions, and strengthen your discipline. If today was given to you, it was given for a reason. Simpler. And that reason is growth. Occasional effort produces occasional results. But daily effort produces permanent transformation. When you improve your mindset daily, you slowly remove doubt. When you control your habits daily, you weaken your weaknesses. When you choose patience daily, you strengthen your soul. The Quran reminds us that Allah does not change the condition of a people until they change what is within themselves. That change does not happen in a burst of emotion. Simpler. It happens in small, quiet decisions. It happens when you choose honesty even when lying would be easier. It happens when you choose discipline, even when comfort is calling your name. Growth is uncomfortable. It will challenge your ego. It will test your patience. It will expose your flaws. But discomfort is not punishment, it is preparation. Every struggle you face is shaping you into someone stronger. Every delay is teaching you endurance. Every hardship is building resilience inside you. Simpler. Think about who you were 1 year ago. Think about your fears, your excuses, your doubts. Now imagine staying the same for the next 5 years. That thought should shake you. It should stir something inside your heart. You were not created to remain average. You were created with purpose. Daily growth is an act of gratitude. When you improve yourself, you are honoring the blessings you have been given. Your talents are amana. Your time is amana. Your body is amana. Simpler. To neglect your development is to neglect a trust placed in your hands. Every sunrise is a reminder that Allah has given you another chance to forgive, another chance to learn, another chance to become better than yesterday. Do not waste that mercy by choosing comfort over commitment. The tears you shed in private while working on yourself, the silent prayers you whisper at night, the discipline you build when no one is watching, these are the seeds of your future success. Simpler. Growth is often invisible before it becomes undeniable. If you only grow when you feel motivated, you will remain weak. But if you grow even when you feel tired, distracted, or discouraged, you will become unstoppable. True maturity is choosing long-term elevation over short-term pleasure. Your habits are either lifting you closer to your purpose or pulling you further away from it. There is no neutral. Every day you are either improving or declining. Simpler. Every day you are either strengthening your faith or weakening it. Every day you are either becoming more disciplined or more distracted. Do not wait for a crisis to wake you up. Do not wait for loss to teach you value. Do not wait for regret to push you toward change. Start now. Grow now. Improve now. Because the version of you that you are praying for is built by the actions you take today. Motivation is a feeling. Discipline is a decision. Motivation rises and falls like waves. Simpler. Some mornings you feel powerful, unstoppable, inspired. Other mornings you feel tired, distracted, and unsure. If your success depends on how you feel, your progress will always be unstable. But discipline does not ask how you feel. Discipline asks what must be done. Motivation says, "I'll start when I am ready." Discipline says, "Start now and readiness will follow." There will be days when your energy is low. Days when doubt whispers in your mind. Simpler. Days when comfort looks more attractive than commitment. In those moments, motivation disappears. And if motivation is your only fuel, you stop moving. But when discipline is your foundation, you move anyway. Discipline wakes you up for Fajr prayer even when your body wants sleep. Discipline lowers your gaze even when temptation is near. Discipline controls your tongue when anger wants to speak. Discipline reminds you that Allah is watching even when no one else is. Simpler. Motivation can make you start. Discipline makes you continue. Anyone can work hard when they feel inspired. Very few can work hard when they feel exhausted. Anyone can be kind when life is easy. Very few remain patient when tested. Anyone can dream big. Very few are willing to sacrifice daily comfort for that dream. That is why discipline is rare, and that is why it is powerful. The Quran teaches patience and steadfastness. Sabor is not emotional excitement. It is controlled endurance. Simpler. It is staying firm when everything inside you wants to quit. It is trusting Allah's plan while doing your part consistently. Discipline is self-respect in action. When you keep promises to yourself, your confidence grows. When you break promises to yourself, your self-trust weakens. And without self-trust, even the biggest goals feel impossible. Your future is not built on days you feel strong. It is built on days you feel weak but refuse to surrender. Discipline builds identity. Simpler. Every time you choose study over scrolling, health over laziness, prayer over procrastination, honesty over shortcuts, you are shaping who you are becoming. Small acts repeated daily create powerful character. You may not feel motivated to improve your skills. You may not feel motivated to exercise. You may not feel motivated to forgive. But discipline whispers, do it anyway. And every time you obey that whisper, you strengthen your will. Remember this, feelings are temporary. Character is permanent. If you wait to feel motivated before taking action, you will always be waiting. But if you act regardless of your emotions will eventually follow your actions. The strongest people are not the most motivated. They are the most disciplined. They show up when no one applauds. They work when no one notices. They persist when results are invisible because they understand something simple yet powerful. Success is not emotional. It is habitual. Simpler. And the person who masters discipline masters their destiny. Income does not rise because you wish for it. Income rises because you become more valuable. The world does not pay you for your needs. It pays you for your usefulness. And usefulness is built through skill. Every skill you develop becomes a key that unlocks doors others cannot open, a key that creates options where others see limits, a key that separates you from the crowd. Simpler. Many people pray for financial breakthrough, but forget that provision often comes wrapped inside preparation. When you sharpen your abilities, you are honoring the mind Allah gave you. Knowledge is a trust. Talent is a trust. If you leave them undeveloped, you are leaving potential buried. The Prophet emphasized excellence in action, not average effort, not careless work, excellence. That means improving your craft, learning deeper, practicing longer, refining constantly. Simpler. Skills are built in silence. While others are scrolling, you are studying. While others are complaining, you are practicing. While others are waiting, you are preparing. And preparation changes everything. The marketplace is simple. It rewards competence. If you solve problems effectively, you are paid. If you solve bigger problems, you are paid more. If you solve rare problems, you become irreplaceable. That is not luck. That is leverage. Simpler. Every time you improve your communication, your influence grows. Every time you strengthen your technical ability, your value rises. Every time you develop leadership, opportunities begin to find you instead of you chasing them. Opportunities are attracted to readiness. Imagine standing before a door of opportunity and realizing you are not prepared to walk through it. That regret is heavy. That feeling of I could have been ready can stay in the heart for years. Do not let that be your story. Simpler. Growth requires humility. You must accept that you do not know enough yet. You must be willing to be a student again. You must be willing to struggle while learning. That struggle is not weakness. It is the cost of elevation. Remember, even faith encourages seeking knowledge. The first command revealed was to read, to learn, to expand understanding. That is not accidental. It is a signal that growth begins with development. When you increase your skills, you increase your confidence. Simpler. When you increase your confidence, you increase your courage. And courage opens doors that fear keeps closed. Skill development also protects you from dependency. The more capable you are, the less you rely on others to rescue you. You create solutions instead of excuses. Do not envy someone's income. Study their skill set. Do not envy someone's position. Study their preparation. Behind every visible success is invisible practice. One new skill can change your life. One certification, simpler. One language, one business ability, one digital expertise, one leadership quality, and every hour you invest in learning compounds like interest. The question is not whether opportunities exist. The question is whether you are becoming the type of person they are looking for. Success can be built with talent. Success can be accelerated with skill, but only character can protect it. Many people rise fast. Few remain steady. The difference is not intelligence. It is integrity. Simpler. Character is who you are when the spotlight is gone. It is the decisions you make when no one is watching. It is the honesty you practice when lying would be easier. It is the restraint you show when anger feels justified. Talent may open the door. Character keeps you inside the room. Without character, success becomes fragile. One wrong decision, one moment of ego, one compromise of values can destroy what took years to build. Simpler. History is full of gifted individuals who lost everything not because they lacked ability, but because they lacked discipline of the heart. Allah looks at your heart before your achievements. Status does not impress him. Wealth does not impress him. Titles do not impress him. What matters is sincerity, humility, and righteousness. If your success pulls you away from gratitude, it is not success. If your wealth pushes you toward arrogance, it is not growth. Simpler. If your influence causes injustice, it is not leadership. Character is built in small choices. Choosing patience when provoked. Choosing fairness when you have power. Choosing truth when falsehood benefits you. Choosing loyalty when betrayal is convenient. These choices may seem small, but they form the foundation of your destiny. Long-term success requires trust, and trust is earned through consistency of character. Simpler. When people know your word is reliable, they trust you with greater responsibility. When they see integrity in your actions, they feel safe partnering with you. Reputation may attract attention, but character earns loyalty. Think about the pain of losing respect. Think about the heaviness of knowing you disappointed those who believed in you. That emotional weight is far greater than financial loss. Protect your character like you protect your future because they are connected. The prophet was known as trustworthy long before prophethood. That trust built credibility. That credibility built influence. Character was the foundation. You cannot control how fast success comes, but you can control the strength of your foundation. If you focus only on achievement and ignore morality, you are building a tall structure on weak ground. Storms are guaranteed in life. Tests are promised. Fame will test humility. Wealth will test generosity. Power will test justice. Simpler. And only character will keep you stable. Develop habits that strengthen your inner world. Guard your tongue. Guard your intentions. Purify your motives. Seek forgiveness quickly when you make mistakes. Pride destroys silently. Humility preserves quietly. Long-term success is not about how high you climb. It is about how firmly you stand. And the higher you go, the stronger your character must be. Time is life measured in minutes. You do not manage time. You manage yourself within time. Simpler. And how you manage yourself today determines where you stand tomorrow. Every successful person has the same 24 hours. Every struggling person has the same 24 hours. The difference is not in the clock. The difference is in the choices made within the clock. Wasted time is not just lost minutes. It is lost potential. It is lost growth. It is lost opportunity that may never return. Allah swears by time in the Quran. That alone shows its importance. Simpler. When something is mentioned with such emphasis, it is not ordinary. It is sacred. It is a reminder that every passing hour is a witness, either for you or against you. Think about how many dreams are delayed not because of lack of ability, but because of poor time discipline. Procrastination feels harmless in the moment. 1 hour of delay, 1 day of distraction, 1 week of excuses. But those small delays compound into years of regret. Simpler. Imagine standing years from now wishing you had started earlier. That feeling of I had time, but I wasted it is heavier than failure itself. Time management is not about being busy. It is about being intentional. You can be busy and still be unproductive. You can be active and still be unfocused. True management means aligning your hours with your priorities. Prayer has fixed times. That teaches structure. That teaches order. That teaches discipline. If worship has timing, your goals should have timing. If Salah has priority, your purpose should have priority. When you plan your day, you control your direction. When you ignore your schedule, distractions control you. Every minute you invest in learning builds your future. Every minute you invest in health protects your strength. Every minute you invest in faith strengthens your soul. But every minute lost in meaningless habits slowly weakens your foundation. Simpler. Your future is not decided in one dramatic moment. It is shaped in quiet daily hours. In the early mornings when you choose growth over sleep. In the late nights when you choose preparation over entertainment. In the small gaps where you choose productivity over scrolling. Time is fair but unforgiving. It does not pause for excuses. It does not slow down for regret. It keeps moving. The question is not whether time is passing. The question is whether you are progressing while it passes. When you respect time, time rewards you. When you neglect time, time exposes you. Protect your mornings. Guard your evenings. Schedule your priorities. Remove distractions. Focus deeply. Because the habits you repeat daily within your hours are quietly building the life you will either be proud of or disappointed in. Life is not only what happens to you. Life is how you interpret what happens to you. Two people can face the same storm. One sees destruction. The other sees growth. The situation is identical. The experience is different. The difference is attitude. Your attitude is the lens through which you see the world. If the lens is negative, everything looks heavy. If the lens is grateful, even small blessings look extraordinary. You cannot control every event. You cannot prevent every hardship. But you can control your response. And your response shapes your reality more than the event itself. Allah tests people in different ways. Some with difficulty, some with ease, some with delay, some with abundance. The test is not only in the situation. The test is in the attitude. Do you complain or reflect? Do you blame or take responsibility? Do you lose hope? or strengthen faith that choice defines your emotional life. A negative attitude multiplies pain. It turns small problems into permanent burdens. It drains your energy. It blinds you to opportunity. It makes you feel like a victim of circumstances. A positive and faithful attitude does not deny hardship. It transforms it. It says there is wisdom here even if I cannot see it yet. It says this challenge is shaping me. It says Allah does not burden a soul beyond what it can bear. Your attitude determines whether you grow through pain or shrink because of it. Think about moments when something did not go your way. Maybe a rejection, maybe a delay, maybe a loss. At first it felt like an ending, but later you realized it was protection. That shift in understanding changes everything. Gratitude is an attitude, and gratitude changes the atmosphere of your heart. When you wake up thankful, your day feels lighter. When you focus on what you have instead of what you lack, peace increases. Complaining weakens the spirit. Gratitude strengthens it. Your attitude also influences people around you. A calm person brings stability. A hopeful person spreads courage. A patient person inspires trust. But a negative person spreads fear and doubt. Ask yourself honestly, when people leave your presence, do they feel lighter or heavier? That answer reflects your attitude. Even in worship, attitude matters. You can pray as a burden or pray as a blessing. You can see obedience as restriction or as protection. The mindset changes the experience. If you believe life is unfair, you will always find evidence to support that belief. If you believe life is a journey of growth and divine wisdom, you will begin to notice lessons in every situation. Your emotions follow your focus. Your focus follows your attitude. And your attitude determines whether you experience life as a battlefield or a classroom. The events of your life may be outside your control, but the meaning you assign to them is yours to choose. Hardship reveals what comfort hides. When life is easy, consistency feels simple. When results are visible, effort feels exciting. When people support you, discipline feels natural. But when hardship arrives, everything changes. Energy drops, doubt increases, motivation fades. And this is where faith becomes your anchor. Faith is not just belief in good times. Faith is stability in difficult times. It is the quiet certainty that Allah sees your struggle even when no one else does. It is trusting that every delay has wisdom. It is believing that every test carries purpose. Hardship tests your consistency. Faith protects it. Without faith, difficulty feels like punishment. With faith, difficulty feels like preparation. There will be days when your efforts seem unnoticed, days when your prayers feel unanswered, days when progress feels slow. In those moments, the strongest weapon you have is trust in Allah's plan. The Quran reminds us that with hardship comes ease, not after hardship, with it. That means even inside the struggle, there is hidden mercy. But you only recognize that mercy if your faith remains firm. Faith gives you patience when results are delayed. Faith gives you courage when fear appears. Faith gives you discipline when emotions weaken. Imagine walking through darkness with no light. You would stop moving. But faith is like a lamp in that darkness. It does not remove the night instantly, but it gives you enough light to take the next step. Consistency during hardship is rare. Anyone can stay committed when life is smooth. Very few remain steady when tested. But those who do become unshakable. Sabor is not passive waiting. It is active endurance. It is continuing your effort while trusting divine timing. It is waking up for prayer even when your heart feels heavy. It is working toward your goals even when obstacles multiply. Hardship also purifies intention. When applause disappears and only struggle remains, you discover why you truly started. Faith reminds you that your ultimate reward is not only in this world. Every tear shed in patience is counted. Every silent struggle is witnessed. Every consistent effort in difficulty is recorded. When you rely only on logic, hardship may convince you to quit. But when you rely on faith, you understand that quitting is not an option. Storms do not last forever, but the strength built during the storm remains. Faith keeps your heart steady. Consistency keeps your actions steady. And when both are strong, no hardship can break you. Your future is watching what you do today. Not tomorrow, not next year, today. Work on yourself every single day. Improve your mind, strengthen your body, sharpen your skills, protect your character, guard your time, elevate your faith. Small daily progress creates unstoppable momentum. And one day, people will call you successful, but you will know the truth. It was never luck. It was daily work.